What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q1, and I am back with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, season 13, episode 16. We picking up, y'all, from this is the mid-season opener. So yeah, we're just kind of picking up where we left off. If y'all want to go replay all of my, this season 13, it's there. All right. Anyway, before I start, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Make sure y'all like the videos so I can stay in the algorithm, y'all. Happy Mardi Gras. Okay, today is officially Mardi Gras, and it officially ends at midnight. All right, so happy Mardi Gras to you guys. Okay. So the name of this episode is Southern Fried Lies. It was actually a lot. And kind of like Love and Hip Hop Miami, they have so many people on Atlanta. And it's so many storylines. So I guess, y'all. So we get the cipher. It was cute. This one was better than the other one. And girl, fuck Spice. Okay, y'all, I do not like Spice at all. If you watch my reviews, you know Spice is not my favorite person, but I will take up for Spice when I need to. But for the most part, I can't do Spice. But other than that, the cipher was really, really good. Okay, so the mid-season opener starts with a barbecue at Mama D that Mama D is throwing for all her friends and foes. Okay, Jock had something going on. I guess he had surgery with his eyes. Something was removed. Zane hasn't seen Zane hasn't seen 24 since Puerto Rico, and for now they're keeping things cool. Y'all, Zane's still messy. Ain't nothing changed. Okay, just a date that this show picked back up. Anyway, so enters Mama D on a horse and carriage along with Ernest. Where have Ernest been? Like, we haven't seen Ernest in so long. I was like, girl, child, Ernest done surface back, huh? Anyway, she has to come in extra because she is the queen and she wants to be the queen of her palace. Okay. So Rennie asked 24 how was everything since Puerto Rico. He said he's team trust Selma. He said nothing can make him turn his back on what they built. Okay, 24. Okay, Selma is a liar. So Selma said all the information comes from Sierra. No, all of the information came from what you sent her raggedy ass brother-in-law that you have been texting. But if this what you want to go along with, Selma, fine. We are not 24. We are not Boo Boo the Fool. That is your husband, okay? Not us. So anyway, Selma, she said she used to talk to the brother-in-law a long time ago, and then she said the brother-in-law made everything seem like it was active, like everything was current. And I was like, but the text messages are current according to everybody who saw the text messages. Once again, you're lying and you cannot keep up with whatever is happening. Just own it. Anyway, Rennie asked Jock about him and Kendra. He said that they're on good terms. We'll get to see some of Kendra in the season. So Scrappy and Brittany arrive. All right. He says your boy Skin Naive. Okay, Skin Naive is back, aka Scrappy, aka Daryl. Okay, he said he's back and better than ever. Are you though? Are you? Okay, we'll see. So Scrappy said him and Brittany are locked in and they have met each other's family. Mama D tells Scrappy that she invited Bam because Scrap Naive is so childish. He said, "Oh, my Dukes done made peace with the Bam." Well, Scrappy, what was she supposed to do? Keep beefing with the lady and make it hard for her to see her grandkids? Like, I just don't feel like a relationship, shout out to Dr. Eugene, should be tumultuous. Okay? At this point, I feel like all Scrappy want to do is keep triangulation between the women he have in his life. And especially if the ones that are not like Bam, who don't really side with his BS. He just want to keep triangulation going in between those women. But whatever, Scrappy. I ain't got the wherewithal. I don't have the energy to curse anybody out. We gonna save that for the rest of the season. So Bambi showed up. She said that she was shocked that she got an invite, and of course we know she's shocked because of the relationship that has been displayed between her and Mama D and everybody else over the years. So Scrappy said, seeing Bam is like seeing a ghost, and I'm like, yeah, okay, Scrappy. Okay, fine, Scrappy, fine. So I guess Mama D is trying. I guess. Okay, I'm gonna give her some more credit. I gave her a little credit last year, and she's showing up a little more this year. So Brittany actually wants to meet Bambi, and I actually like Brittany. I think Brittany is grown. I think Brittany don't really play no games, and I like how her and Bam get along. And I did like the exchange between her and Bam because they both had good energy. Whereas when she met Erica, it was just this stupid ass energy that Erica just seemed to have. I'm sorry, y'all. I hope we don't see her the rest of this season. Anyway, so Brittany and Bam, they exchange pleasantries, and he wanted to have a conversation with Bam and Brittany, but Bam actually wanted to speak with Brittany without Scrappy. So he acting like he's so scared. He acting like he talking about he don't know what they talking about, sitting there, running around, going to Jock, trying to figure out what's going on. Like he's acting like he's shaking like booty meat. Okay? So again, this is just for me, this is just Scrappy's childishness, Scrap Naive's childishness, and how he wants to continue to cause triangulation. But the women are not having it. Like, it's time to scrap that. No pun intended. It is. It's time to scrap the childishness, and it is time for these women to get along. So anyway, Bam tells Brittany, she cool. She told Brittany, she was like, listen, I'm cool. I'm not with all the drama. As long as you do right by my kids. It was just a quick little 1-2, just to kind of get a little understanding and to fill each other out. And it did seem like Brittany was nervous to actually meet Bam. I don't even think it was the camera at this point. I think it was just a little nervousness because I don't know what to expect. But, Brittany is a level-headed woman. Like, I like Brittany. And I felt like since she's been on this little time we've met her, she's been level-headed. So she said, listen, I'm not with the crap as long as my children are good. And Brittany was in agreement. And I wasn't mad at that. So they both leave out. Scrappy said in his confessional, he said that Bam was a manipulator and she's good at psychological warfare. And I was like, Scrappy, please. And I also feel like he says those things because Bambi is the one that doesn't go along with his BS. And whatever BS he have going on that everybody else seems to attach themselves to when it comes to Scrappy beefing with a woman. And it's like all of the women feel like they have to protect Scrappy when Scrappy is always the problem. Okay? Anyway, Scrappy asked Brittany, what did they talk about? And so we pan over to Spice. Spice have a man and her hair is blonde. Okay? This is where we get these little montages. Yandy and her husband, we get a montage with them. Fine. So in the next scene, we get Saucy, because y'all will never make me hate Saucy Santana. When I tell y'all Saucy Santana is my favorite girl, okay, or I don't know how they say the worlds. Okay, I don't really know how to say that, but Saucy is my favorite. Okay, so Saucy, Erica Banks, Carly, because she want to be, y'all, Carly want to be a YN/YH so bad. Okay, and a YN, if y'all don't know, that means young nigga. And a YH is what I call a young hoe. Okay, Carly want to be that so bad. Okay, so she is just happened to tag along, but she looked good. Her hair was cute. I like the shortcut on her. Carly looked good. She looked good, but I just don't need her to get no more work done on her face. But she looked good. Queen Key, y'all remember Queen Key was the one with the dimples, with the deep dimples, the rapper. I like her. She came at the beginning of the season. And they're at Saucy's video shoot. Oh yeah, and Sierra. I forgot about Sierra. So anyway, we found out, I remember in the blogs when Erica Banks went to jail, because she had a pow in her bag and it ended up being stolen. So I don't know if she was holding it for somebody, but why would you go through TSA? Like, I feel like I need more information before I talk about it. But apparently she went through TSA with the pow in her bag, and she said she forgot. And I'm assuming she probably was supposed to put it in her luggage, but she didn't. So I don't know. So she's still having just drama with her label, I guess 1501. Now, I don't know if 1501 is a person or if that's the name of the label. So Queen Key, she said the same thing. She was like, she having trouble with her label. And so Sierra jokingly said she independent with her rap career. I was like, girl, shut up. I'm sorry, y'all. So anyway, in the next scene, we get Mendices and Lil Mendices. Apparently, this was their first time fishing together. So Jock and his son Amani, I think his name Amani, joins them to fish. So production asked Mendices what was his reaction of the picture with Yandy and the other guy. His response was he never seen that person a day in his life, and only Yandy can answer that question. That wasn't what they asked you. They asked you what was your reaction. And all you had to say, listen, I was hurt, I was mad, I was this, I was that. But again, in Mendices, in usual Mendices fashion, he evades the question and he just somehow bring it back to Yandy. Anyway, Mendices tell Jock that Yandy had an emotional affair. He said, how deep was that connection for you to have an emotional affair that, you could be physical with me, but then you could be emotional with somebody else. And he has to learn to accept that. Jock asked if he was willing to accept it, and he said no. Once again, Mendices, you are never willing to take one for the team when it comes to Yandy. And Yandy has always taken one for the team as it relates to you. But I get it. That's why I say y'all gotta stop taking these people back when they do stuff. I don't say it all the time, but I'm saying it on here. Y'all stop taking these people back, because when you hurt them, it ain't no coming back. So yeah, if somebody do something to you and you feel like that's a deal breaker, walk away. So Mendices, he said he privately learned about the affair, and that's why he sent the voice notes. And he said his voice notes was fantasy, but the emotional connection was reality. Once again, you're making yourself out to be the victim when you have done wrong so many times. Like, at this point, y'all, I'm so sick of Mendices, because this woman has held him down, took care of his children, dealt with his baby mamas, even though sometimes Yandy was wrong. Still, she dealt with his mama, because his mama was a mess all on his own while he was in jail. And which when if the roles were reversed and Yandy asked him, hey, if I was in jail, would you be able to hold me down? Mendices said no. And the other thing, while you were entertaining other women, and she asked you to clear up whatever rumors of you addressing other women, entertaining other women in whatever fashion or form, you wouldn't address the rumors. You kept allowing people to talk. You kept allowing people to just, as Yandy would say, make all of this noise. You don't stand up for Yandy as she has been standing in and standing up for you. And now you want to sit here and play the victim. If I was Yandy, you know what? I'm not Yandy. Anyway, I just don't like it. I don't like how Mendeecees is sitting here trying to victimize himself and trying to make it seem like all of this falls on Yandy's porch when we need to start at A. How did we get here? Because Yandy having an emotional affair is wrong. It's really, really wrong. However, it took a whole lot of steps for her to get here, and it was a lot on your part. It was what you wasn't doing, how you wasn't showing up. Like, yeah, I can do without them too. Okay? We can do without them. Okay? Maybe just Yandy, but not him. Just put them somewhere in the background. Alright? So Erica met with her publicist and an attorney, to try to see what type of option she had for her having that stolen pow. And he said maybe because she's a rapper, she's known, they may make an example out of her. She said that it was a mistake. She felt bad for what she did, and he told her what she could possibly face, and what could be taken away from her, like the privilege to travel, because it was her trying to get on a flight. So a lot of different privileges could be taken from her for what she has done, but we don't know anything yet. At least I don't. I haven't heard anything. So Selma and Ciara have a sit down, because the last time we seen Selma, she said when she see Ciara, it was on site. Girl. Anyway, I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. So, at this point, as they sitting down, Selma trying to explain herself. Clearly, you're lying. Selma is lying off top. You got caught. You got caught. Ciara said, when was the last time Selma and that brother-in-law of Ciara's, smashed? She said it was years ago. Selma said to Ciara that she was dealing with a dude named Grip. Ciara said, who is Grip? Ciara was like, girl, you need to get a grip on life and stop deflecting. So Selma called her friend named Julie and asked Julie, because she said Julie was the one who told her that Ciara was messing with a dude named Grip last year. So when she called Julie and was like, oh yeah, remember you told me that Ciara was messing with some dude named Grip? Julie said, no, I don't remember that. And I believe Julie. I believe every word. I don't believe Selma. I do believe Selma around on 24, because he ain't hitting them curves right, as Ciara would call it. Now, Ciara, you was messy. Your husband and your brother-in-law was messy and dead wrong. However, it still don't negate the fact that Selma is lying. She is lying. She trying to, what they say, keep the lie alive. she slept with that dude, and she slept with that dude recently. So she get mad. Selma gets mad, get up and leave, and Ciara was like, don't leave, girl. I said, okay, I'm over it. So all of the peanut gallery decided, they went to Queen Key's event. It was Ciara, her husband Zane, and his wife Zell, everybody. Okay, and of course, messy ass Zane, he can't help himself. All right, he asked Ciara about the conversation between her and Selma. He wanted to know if everything was true. Sierra said everything is true. She said she met with Selma, and she said Selma is still texting her brother-in-law asking, saying if everything go bad between her and her husband. But before she can finish, Zane's wife, Ashley, was like, girl, you lying. I'm not finna listen to this, yada, 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 as she proceeds to listen to the mess of it all. So Sierra said Selma tried to accuse her of messing with some dude named Chuck. And production asked, who was Chuck? She said, production was like, who is Chuck? They said his name was Grip. Sierra said Selma told so many lies, she forgot she don't even know a Chuck or a Grip. I said, girl, Sierra act like Sierra be on something. And it be real strong. Whatever it is, it's really strong. Okay? So Sierra said, she gonna speak to Selma in 24 together. Zane tells them no, because when they approached 24, he was knucking. So Sierra said, if he knucked, then we gon' buck. And I'm like, Lord. Shout out to Scrappy and them. Okay? So Queen Key hit the stage. And she did a good job on her rapping. I didn't understand nothing, but I had it on. I had the words, the caption on, so that's how I was able to kind of understand what she was rapping about. And she was rapping about her cooch. If anybody want to know, that's what she was rapping about. So anyway, Zell goes to speak to Carly, and she didn't talk to him. She curved him, and for me, y'all know I am not a big Spice, Carly. It's a lot of them I can just do without. But the way Zell talked about that woman before this season, before they went on this break, the way he dragged her to anybody who would listen, and then you go into her face and say, "Hey, Carly," and then you said in your confessional, Carly is your favorite older woman or something like that. Like, you age shaming this woman. You dragged her like a dog for whatever reason. Instead of addressing whatever issues y'all had, you decided to drag her, which I feel like it's fake of you. I don't really like Zell like that, and I just don't. Like, you're a decent friend to Bambi, I can say that. But when it comes to what's that girl named Carly, I don't know. And I really forgot what happened between them. I really did, y'all. But yeah, I don't blame Carly. Like, you want me to speak to you after you've been going around talking about me? Yeah, no, I don't have nothing for you. So Carly was like, listen, I will never forgive him. So then I think I remember a little bit of this, not too much, but I did not really know Saucy and Spice were beefing. I didn't know about that. I think when they showed the episode, how they showed a clip of Spice saying some negative things about Saucy online. I do remember something like that, but again, it wasn't at my forefront. All right. So Carly says her divorce is final. She said it 3 times. Girl, we happy for you. Don't come back with another man. Don't come back at all. But if you're gonna come back by yourself. Give your time to breathe. Okay. I'm just saying. Because every season is like she always have somebody. Girl, you gotta stop. Anyway, I just think Spice is a clown. I love Saucy. I do. She said when they got into it, she went online and slammed him. But I think as they showed the clips, the gripe that he had with Spice, he told Spice to her face. And I think it was about him being on the record or not being on the record when she was putting different people on her track, whatever her and Scrappy was doing. So I don't know. I think she had one conversation, and y'all can drop it in the comments and refresh, because I promise y'all, I did not watch Love and Hip Hop last season. I didn't. I started watching the beginning of this season. But I don't know. So it would help if y'all let me know in the comments. And if not, it's still okay. It's fine. So Spice and Sauce. Spice says Saucy can be a lot. And Spice, so can you. Spice, I don't like Spice because Spice like the grandstand. And she have, again, like Candy told Nene, this stank superior attitude as if she's better than certain people on the cast, except for the main cast, because she's a main caster now. She has this air about herself, and I ain't gonna hold y'all. That air she got is stank AF. Like, for real. Like, girl, Spice, go sit down, please. So Saucy, I felt like in that moment, Saucy was very direct with Spice. And usually with people, I guess she's trying to show herself different by not arguing, and that's a good thing. But he told her directly how he felt, and I felt like in that moment Spice was still talking in circles. I felt like this whole conversation was pointless. They laughed, they kikied about it, so apparently they good. All right. So then we get to Yandy and Mendeecees, and this whole, just to sum this up, Yandy and Mendeecees decided to separate, or I don't know if they're divorcing, separating, filing, I don't know, but at this point they're not together. He apologized to Yandy for letting her down. You should have been apologized to that woman. And as much as we all may not care for Yandy or Mendeecees as a whole, for all their nothings that they gave or the shenanigans that they did come in with, I was sad for them. I was. I felt like that moment was real. Then we production pans back to that time. I remember that season when Mendeecees was on his way to jail. But she's always been there for him. Yandy, I think Yandy is single, and I do feel like Yandy needs to be single for quite some time, because her and Mendeecees have been together for years, and she spent all of her time, making life easy for Mendeecees while he was locked up, before he was locked up, while he was locked up, and after he got out. I think Yandy sacrificed a lot for Mendeecees, and I think that it's time for her not to do that anymore. And I feel like Yandy needs to show up a better version of herself. And I said that last night on the Bell Collective panel, y'all. So, go check that out. It is on Shayna MCD_MCD channel. I'm with Watching Mouth Reviews and Mrs. Best. Yeah, go check that out. We talked about Bell Collective. Anyway, shout out to them. But yes, I feel like Yandy has given up a lot for Mendeecees, and yes, she's done that in the name of love. But I hope that Yandy is in a space where she's now filling up Yandy's cup and not nobody else's cup, unless it's her kids. But I'm just saying, individually, I want Yandy to fill up her cup, in so many words. This episode was a lot because, again, like Miami, there's a lot of people, so there are a lot of storylines. Anyway, the rest of this season is going to be a mess. I'm not sure if this is the last season. I'm not sure. The only thing we heard allegedly was a homeboy saying that this season was over, and nobody confirmed it. So I don't know if y'all get wind of it or anything, let me know. Because I do think these Love and Hip Hop franchises need to come to a halt. Like, we will miss them, but we need them to venture into other places. What is outside of Love and Hip Hop? What is outside of the Love and Hip Hop franchise? So that'll be interesting if this is the last season, y'all. Anyway, sorry I was so long-winded in this review, but I kind of had a lot to say. This is your girl Kiwan, reminding you to keep showing up, keep growing, stay true to yourself, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.